is the fate of those who challenge the gods.
In The Legend of Zelda, there has been a multitude of spiritual and supernatural entities that have either played a pivotal role in the legend or have stayed in the shadows, shrouded in mystery. But none have been more pivotal, more important, and more mysterious than the gods themselves. From the warden Hylia to the three golden goddesses Din, Nehru, and Faor. Though in the game's lore, it explains that these gods have looked in favor to protect their children, the Hylians and the Hyruleans, many acts and facts have shown that the gods have used extreme measures in order to keep evil from prevailing, while also keeping their distances and using their supposed divine judgments. In many religions, and within the Zelda games themselves, gods would not appear to deal with heretics themselves, or with evildoers, rather causing cataclysms or sending envoys onto work on their behalf. These include summoning the Great Flood in the Wind Waker, sending the Light Spirits to dispatch the Dark Interlopers in Twilight Princess, and most importantly, tasking Link as the chosen knight and hero to save the land and strike down evil time and time again. However, these choices and judgments come at severe consequences. Thousands of innocent lives are lost during the crossfires of the battles and cataclysms. Lives and existences are ruined and sacrificed in order to play a role within the cruel story of destiny in order to put a stop to evil. All these just not to get their hands dirty with such insignificant beings and to preserve their status as gods. In Skyward Sword, The Wind Waker, and Twilight Princess, it becomes dreadfully apparent that underlying disdain against the gods exists within the series. Referring to Ganondorf's true claim in The Wind Waker that despite being the gods' chosen people, the gods destroyed the Hylians, resorting and using the Great Flood to annihilate Hyrule in a desperate and failed attempt to stop Ganon, forcing races to live on the segregated islands, rendering maps useless, and forcing millions of people to change lifestyles. In Skyward Sword, it is revealed that Link's status as chosen hero translates to little more than an eternal pawn of the gods, being forced to go through many hardships and to carry the burden of hero without a choice. Lastly, in Twilight Princess, it is revealed that the judgment of the goddesses against the race that would become the Twili is cruel and absolute, as their descendants must carry the sins of their forefathers and are forced to live in and as Hyrule shadows, despite their apparent reform. With the promise of a new Zelda incoming, a story may be needed to break the norm and shatter perspective on the legend. What if the legacy of the gods were to be viewed in a negative light? What if these cruel facts were to twist the mind of the hero? What if Link doesn't want to be burdened with the spirit of the hero? What if Link were to say no? Link's greatest attribute and weapon has been his courage, but what if his courage finally helps him to challenge the verdict of the gods? His bravery would lead him on a quest to try and free himself from the shackles that the gods have placed on him. However, this will be a quest that is very dangerous and may lead him down dark paths. In order to challenge the gods, Link would need something to place him on their level, the Triforce. But in order to claim the Triforce, your heart must be in balance with the three virtues: power, wisdom, and courage. Link already embodies courage, and in this light, Link can also have the wisdom to know that the system run by the gods and how they handle their judgments is not right, and it isn't fair to the people of the land. Lastly, Link would also want power in order to complete his quest and change the thread of fate spun by the gods. With the power of the Triforce, Link will be on level playing field with the gods and use its might in order to change the ways of the higher powers. A tale such as this would touch on many mature and controversial subjects, and would finally show interactions and actions of the gods themselves, as well as potentially being one of the most epic legends to be told in the Zelda series. What say you? Would you challenge the gods?